Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial review video of my survival system for Unity. This is based on the DayZ mod version of the health system, which is also a little bit tweaked to the standalone version. So it does not only have blood, food and water, but it also got energy and health, but it is regenerating more as the DayZ mod version than the current standalone version. Why am I sharing this with you now is because I used this for some time, and now I got actually the new version, which is almost the same as the current DayZ Standalone system. So yeah, I think that yeah, you guys deserve to use this system now. With a big shout out to the guy from Speed-Tutor.com. He gave me the inspiration to create this. He got a tutorial about DayZ mod video, which is like completely working, like exactly like DayZ mod. Yeah, and I watched that video, and based on that I extended it to act like the DayZ mod, but with a little bit of tweaking for the current standalone version. So yeah, I will just show you how it goes. This is the current version. We got the icons for blood, which is full, high, normal, low. The same goes for the health, energy, drink level, which is more water level, and food level. That's actually it for that. Let's take a look at the script itself. I won't show you this one because this is my new one. Actually, I will first show it to you guys in action. So this is my game. Yeah, it's multiplayer. It works on the network at the moment only, not through the internet, just because yeah, I don't want to be I wanted to be able to test it even when I don't have internet connection, and this way it also works on the network. So let's just start it. So this is the game at the moment. As you can see in the left top corner, it shows you the current stats. The blood is 100 out of 100, the health is 100 out of 100, and energy, food and water is currently dropping, as you can see. So what this does is the food is actually dropping as it is like over time. Same goes for the water. The water goes a little bit faster than the food. And the energy is dropping even slower. So yeah, at this moment it works like this. The energy is just dropping like that. I don't have a regeneration system yet. That's something that will be added later on when I implement things like when you move you lose energy and stuff like that. But for now it is just dropping with a function with delta time and stuff like that. So what it is actually doing now is when your food is going to 0, you will start losing health, and when your water is 0, then your health is also going to drop. But if both water and food are 0, then your health will drop even faster. Also, when your food and water are above a certain percentage, which I will show you in the code later on, it will make your blood regenerate, your health regenerate again. So if you can manage to keep both above a certain percentage, which is I think it was 75, but I'm not sure anymore. But yeah, when it is both above that percentage, then you regenerate health. So yeah, where's the energy for? The energy, if your energy is above a certain amount and your drink value is also above a certain amount, then that will cause your blood to regenerate. But since there's no thing in my game yet that will make you cause drop or health loss, that is not like, yeah, I cannot show you it, but it is working, that's for sure, because I tested it out with setting the amounts, the start amounts lower, so that's just working fine if I'm right. So yeah, as you can see, the drink and food went down to yellow, which means that it's below 75%, and if we wait a little bit longer for the food to go down to 50, it will turn orange. So the current breakpoints in the levels at the moment is 25, 50, 75 and 100. So yeah, if we wait a little bit longer, then you will see it will turn to 50 and then it will turn orange. 50, one more, there we go, orange. So yeah, that's actually how it works. I will show you the code now. So yeah, this is just level at the moment. You can put icons here, like for every level. You need to put an icon here. You can it can just be a texture. As you can see, it's white on the background, but in game it didn't show the white background. That's because it's a PNG file. So if you make sure it's a PNG file and you make the texture in Photoshop or something, it will not show you the background if you actually put it in game. If you make it a JPEG file or something like that, it will actually show the white border around it too. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to make it like a little bit floating and yeah, do not want to display the background. So now to the code itself. This is written in C#. It might be a little bit confusing for some people to use C# because most of the tutorials on the internet I found, most of them are in JavaScript. Actually, most tutorials I see are in JavaScript. There are not many tutorials for C# in my opinion. But I like to use C# more because yeah, I don't like the way that you put the type of variable as a var and then need to put in here like what it is. So I just want to know if I put float here, I just want to know that it is a float and not just a variable. So yeah, that's my personal opinion. Yeah, you maybe not like it, or you do, or yeah, it's just my personal preferences. So yeah, I got the code for a commentary. I put it as clear as possible for somebody, so that somebody who is not familiar with programming code or something like that, then you can even you can still understand which part is where in the code. So again, this is my first version of it. I have a currently I got a second version which is working completely and is even better in my opinion. But of course it is not still the final. It's not the final version. The final version, when I got a final version or next version of my current survival system, then I will show you then I will show you the version 2 of it. So yeah, let's start. First of all, I start with the need level variables. So that's the current blood, max blood, and that for all the 5 kind of stuff that's keeping track of. Then we got the need rate, which is the speed of which the current stuff is dropping. Which is also means the higher the number here that is here, the slower it will actually drop. So that was something that I changed in the current in my new version, in my version 2, because yeah, I have like natural thing to think that when something is higher, it also goes faster. So that's actually not going with this way, but with doubles, like that. I will show you later in the code. So yeah, we got the drink rate and the food drop rate, which this means that it is dropping 1% every 4 seconds, which has to do with the delta time thing. So I drop it by delta time times divided by this number. So the higher this number is, the lower that actually will become. This means that the food is dropping 1% every 6 seconds. Then we got this one, bleeding, which is currently not used because there's no way you can bleed now. But this will make this will determine whenever the blood should drop or should rise. So this means that at the moment it's also like if you are regenerating blood at the same time, but you are also shot, so you're bleeding, for example, then God, Skype for the win. Means that it is going quite fast, like a third of a second, and this means a fifth of a second. So that means that even if you are bleeding and you're regenerating, means that it is just like compensating a little bit, but still not enough to actually make your blood rise faster than that is dropping. So you will still drop, your blood is still dropping, but it will go slower when you are regenerating at the same time. This prevents cheating on like, oh, I'm bleeding, but as long as I'm making sure that I'm full of food and drinking stuff, that I will not be able to die. Then we got an energy drop and energy rise rate. Actually goes the same for the blood thing. Then we got this part is the textures for the blood level, just a texture field with commentary behind it for which levels it goes. And that's just for all the 5. Then we've got all the Boolean whenever it should be shown or not. Default is false, but in the code it will be set, like one of them will be set to true at the time, and that's for all the 5 again. And then we got this place, which is just saying like how far the bar with the numbers in should be. Then we got update version, which is actually the whole core of the building. This part you do not have to worry about, because this is for the multiplayer part. Because if you have a network view, you put it on a character, for example, which means that when my computer, my current build that I'm running, my current executable file is running, every executable file got his own character and also its own network view. So that means that this part will only work on the characters when it is actually owned by me. So for you guys, if you do not have a multiplayer, you should just remove it and like the end part all the way down to fix that, or you should just add a network view to your character and then put the object or the prefab of your character to the network view component, which is just a standard one by Unity. So then we go to this part, the first blood section. When bleeding is true, your current blood level equals blood level minus delta time divided by drop blood rate, which explains the part that when the higher the number, the lower the rate, because the higher this number is, actually the lower number this will become. The less it's actually retrenching from the current blood level. And then we got this one, for the regeneration part, as it says above. When your blood is lower than 100, but your current drink level and current energy level is above 75, then it will actually increase your blood level depending on your blood rise rate. This part here, those two if statements, is just to correct the current blood level when it is actually negative or above the maximum. So that's just a prevention the blood is always 0, 100 or somewhere in between there. Actually the same goes for the health. It's almost the same as the blood thing, but this is just when, well, health is not dropping only when you are below food. So like if your current blood level is below 0 and your current drink level is below 0 or equal to 0, that means that your current health level is going to be decreased by 2 every second. And then we got this one. If this is not the case, this if statement, then it's going to check this one. So that's when it's not both, then it's going to check if it's either this one, like or your food is lower than or equal to 0, or your drink level is lower than 0. Then it will actually decrease by half the amount of this one. So that's just this is like you are starving and you are dehydrated, and this is starving or dehydrated. The else statement is just to be sure that when you are both dehydrated and you are starving, that this will also occur, so you don't want that to happen. And then this one for the regeneration part, when your food level is above 25%, current drink level is above 25, and your current energy is above 25, then you will regen health for 1% every 6 seconds. So that's going quite slow, but it is regenerating for you. And then just to correct for the negative and overcapping for the health. Then the energy. Energy, just a normal drop for energy again. We got this one. When energy is lower than 100 and food and drink is above or equal to 25, then you will actually just regenerate depending on your energy rise rate. And then just again the correcting for the overcapping and the negative numbers. Then we got this, the drinking, just normal dropping of health depending on your drop rate. And then we got again the correction for the negative and overcapping. Same goes for food. Food is exactly the same as drink, but then for the food, not for the drink. Then we got this part. This one is are the booleans. This whole piece contains the booleans, which determine when or not to show a certain texture or picture of the blood or whatever. So it's like when it's below or equal to 100, it is putting, well, the first one, the full, on true, and the rest on false. Same goes for this one, it just goes lower, 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 lower. The reason why it is in this order is because when I would, for example, first put 25 here on the top, it will check if the blood level is below 25, and it will put this one on true, and then it will go to this one, and this one will also be true, so then it will put this one on true, and same goes for this one. So everything that if it's below 25, and I would do that first, it will just go through all of them because they are all true, and then it will end up with this one. So that's, you don't want to have your blood like on 30 and it would still show the full blood amount picture. Same goes actually for the health, for the energy, the drinking, and the food. So yeah, that's just that, and then it just ends here. Then we got the actually showing it on your screen. Again, the network view is for the multiplayer only. To fix this, just or you should just delete this one and the end of the semicolon at the end of this, the onGUI function, or you should just add network view to your characters or something on the objects that you are attaching the script to. Then we got the need bars. This one is actually drawing it. This means that those are just the length and the measures of everything, and then it shows the current blood level to string, and then it adds the slash and the maximum blood level, which is actually showing, for example, 75 slash and then the blood level, like which is 100. and that we do that for every for all the 5 things I was keeping track of. And then we got this part, which is showing the daemons which one it should show and draw the picture, and this one is just for the box, sorry, the bars next to the picture. So we check this if the GUI blood level boolean is true, which is all the way on the top and is set by those stuff. Then it will draw the texture, the size of the texture, which texture it should be. The scale mode, I put it to fit, because it will cause the texture you have to fit in the box that you just for the size of the box that you put down here. Well, this is just true 0. This, if you want to know what the syntax is for the draw texture on the GUI, just look it on Google. It's quite easy to understand, but a little bit hard to explain. Well, the same goes for when it is high, normal, and low, and that actually goes for all the icons. So you can just like copy paste it and change, like for example this one, the food with drink. Same goes for here, and that's actually the end of the line. So yeah, that's actually it for this one. Again, it's just my first version. That is that I will give to you guys. If you like to use it, you can just download it. But I have to ask you, like, if you're gonna use this in your game or something like that, please put the credits, my credits to me in the box. That's all I ask for you. I give you this. I give you the script you can use, and I ask credits for return. Also, if you do that, depending on what the guy from Speed-Tutors will say, I will put it in the description if he wants to have the credits too, because this is partly based on what he made. I will also put his tutorial in the comment section. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to the Speed-Tutor channels, because he makes awesome tutorials which are very easy to understand. This was just a quick showcase for this script. I will just go slowly down so that you can pause it on whatever point you want, so you can just look it all through or something like that. If you want to type it over instead of just copy pasting it, which I would suggest, because typing it over makes you learn way more of code than just to copy paste it. So yeah, that's actually it for this showcase. Please check in the comment section below. Whenever I will put it in the comment section whenever the guy from Speed-Tutors would like to have credits on this one too, or not, if you want to use it. Otherwise, just put my name in the credits or link to my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching this video. And yeah, I will see you in the next showcase or tutorial. Goodbye.